Whatever you do, do not do this if you want to sell your home. Today, I'm going to share a story that is as baffling as it is instructive. And if you're planning to sell your home or you know someone who is, you're going to want to stick around and listen to this. It's a real life tale that just happened to me recently. A buyer client of mine was interested in a home that on the surface seemed perfect, but here's where things get really interesting. Similar homes in the neighborhood were selling like hotcakes in just like 4 to 8 days. And this one had been sitting on the market for over 128 days. So what gives, right? I took a screenshot of the comps from the past 6 months for this neighborhood, and I'm going to let you take a look for yourself and see if you can tell me what the problem is. When you're quickly pulling homes to look at, typically market analysis comes next when it's time to decide an offer. And unless you know that neighborhood inside out, you might not know what the values are of these little homes. So that's what happened here. And we may never have gotten to the point at all of seeing the home or putting an offer on the house if we had known going in that it was priced the way it was compared to its neighbors, and if my buyer wasn't looking well within her budget. Some people would have just passed this by thinking it was too much, and spoiler alert, it was too much for the market. Despite being smaller in square footage than its neighbors, this house was priced a whopping 20% higher than any similar home. And yes, it's cute. It was well maintained, but could that justify this price? Well, not by a long shot. It started out listed at $300,000, and the next closest home that was 50% bigger was priced at $30,000 less. The sellers had set their price based on what they actually wanted to receive. It was wishful thinking. It wasn't based on market reality or comparable sales. This wasn't pricing. It was dreaming. And the result was that it sat and sat and sat. And then adding insult to injury, when I spoke to the listing agent, she revealed that real estate was her hobby and that she was doing this kind of as a favor, which I have to ask, are you doing someone a favor by pricing their house incorrectly and letting it sit for 128 days? I don't really need favors like that. But she wasn't a professional full-time agent. She was a hobbyist, and this was reflected in every aspect of this home, from iPhone photos to lackluster marketing. She had no skin in the game, no incentive, and guess what? No results. But here's the kicker. Setting an unrealistic price doesn't just delay the sale, it actually burns through the buyer pool. There are only so many people out there that are going to buy this particular home. And once you burn through them, you have to wait for the next group. Once potential buyers move on, they rarely come back. Leave the property to sit and develop, let's say, an aura of suspicion. A home is one of the most valuable assets you'll ever own, and when you're selling it, you should choose someone who does this full-time, who has a clear marketing plan, and who's willing to invest upfront in the presentation and promotion of your property. This means skilled photographers, staging consultations, targeted ads, and more. I have a free guide in my description box that's all about preparing your home for sale, and you're free to download that. I'll link to it in my description box below. Whoever you choose to hire, you should pick someone that knows the market and can help you price your home to sell for the most money possible. And counterintuitively, that often means that you might price just slightly below market value in order to generate interest and make people think it's a good deal, and then you end up with multiple offers. Going high just means you have far fewer buyers to choose from the start, and your property is probably going to get crickets instead of showings. There is no doubt that selling a house can be expensive, and realtors provide a service. I'm going to emphasize, it's a service. By definition, that's something that you actually could do yourself, but you choose to engage someone to help you. So I'm going to say choose well. If you're hiring a pro, they should have a network that they can potentially market your property to while you're getting it ready, while it's off market, and maybe sell it prior to actually having to go live on the MLS. This can sometimes be at a slightly higher price than it will show at when it's on the market, as a benefit to buyers not having to compete for that property. This is about way more than putting a sign in the yard and getting the paperwork done to get it on the MLS. I mean, a monkey could probably do that. That is the very least they should be doing. Your home needs to shine and set itself apart from the competition. And This happens by engaging professional stagers, professional real estate photographers, not your iPhone, not cheaping out. Then they turn these images into enticing ads and marketing campaigns that make people want to see your house. It takes a pretty significant investment up front on the part of the agent, and that is them putting skin in the game. They want to get your house sold, and they want to get it sold for the best price. It helps them too. Beyond the marketing, you also want someone that knows the contracts inside and out and will protect your interests by being on top of dates and deadlines and making sure that the other party performs. They also make sure that the offer that you choose has the best terms overall. It's not always that top line price. Maybe you get one with great terms and the price could be a little bit better. Maybe they could nudge that up. But having an agent that isn't looking at just one line of the contract is going to be important. Make sure they're getting the best terms overall and that they help you pick the one that is actually going to close because it has the most qualified buyer. Selling homes is not a hobby. Treating it as a hobby is a surefire way to waste time, money, and opportunity. The goal is to sell your home quickly and at the best price, not to sit there and watch your neighbors celebrate their sales while your home languishes on the market. So, learn from this tale. When you're ready to sell, arm yourself with a professional who is going to understand the market, help you price properly, invest in your success, and treat your sale with the seriousness that it deserves. Thanks for watching. If you found this story enlightening, give me a like, share your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button for more real estate insights and tips. Until next time, make smart moves and happy selling.